Another year, another CIO Summit. Welcome, guys. Absolute pleasure to have you here. This is the 9th edition of IDC CIO Summit. Next year is going to be the 10th anniversary. I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully we can see a lot of your faces there as well.
So what I'd like to do is to focus on 4 or 5 key innovation accelerators and give you a sense of the kind of investments that we see globally, but also here in South Africa, to share with you interesting use cases in some of the key industries, but also hopefully share some predictions, some IDC predictions around each of these areas to give you a sense of what we see and what we anticipate over the next few years.
For me, what's important is what's your role in this? And with you as CIOs sitting in this room, I'm sure this is something that you spend your days and nights thinking about. Are we going to transform digitally? Are we going to disrupt our organization digitally? And allow me to share my personal opinion on whether it's transformation or whether it's disruption.
As we discussed last year, we discussed how the world about us is changing and how the most important commodity that we as leaders face is change. Now, we talk about change, we think about it in the context of technologies, but what's happening right now is there is a profound degree of social, economic, and business change which is being driven by technology.
You come to places like this, educate yourself as a CIO or the IT professional, and take it back to business to say, listen, this is what is out there. This is how the other your competitors or other businesses are making sure that they are thriving using data. So can we also look at that?
The key point for me here is that when you're looking at a business strategy, in many cases there's a bit of confusion around digital strategy and saying, is digital strategy a separate strategy? My view is that it has to be part of the business strategy. So it's your business strategy that's enabled by digital.
One of the things that has come up a lot over the last 18 months, has started moving up the discussion agenda, is that of the concept of smart. Particularly around smart cities. We see a lot of discussion around smart cities, a lot of discussion around smart technology and so on. And I think the momentum around smart is certainly developing.
I think it's imperative that the CIOs do have a seat in any exco of any organization. And I mean, that is supported by the King 3 code. That's exactly what, and I mean, even the King 4, it's building up onto that. Businesses are today driven by IT solution.
You have to think a little bit more creatively about how you approach the problem. And quite often we hear concerns from people about regulations, and POPI is a really good example of a legislation which is widely misunderstood. When you deconstruct it and, like you say, kind of pull the stack apart and have a look at what's actually required at each stage, you can achieve most of the benefits. You may just end up doing it unconventionally or doing it differently, but you absolutely can. Don't let the regulations put you off trying to innovate.